Happy birthday, America.
And that's it for us. See you next
week.
week.
Gone,
Bye.
It was kind of a lengthy intro. Once a year, I think. So.
Well, that was a wonderful effort on your part.
Why, thank you so much. Years ago, but
it was inspirational and aspirational, and I could use
if
a
I
couple
can keep getting residuals off of it, then that'll be okay.
Well, you and Barry will work that out.
Yeah, right. Yeah, he hasn't caught up with me yet, so
he's safe for now. Hi, I'm Mark.
I'm Tom.
And we are the
Cinemaniacs.
So we've been away.
Yes, we have.
At the request of the state, we were away for a little while. Now we're back with more films that we'll get a chance to talk about.
Probably.
So would you like, in your honor, would you like to begin?
I'll be happy to start it all up and say that Benicio del Toro and Josh Brolin are back fighting those criminal elements down south of us. If they just build the wall, wouldn't that work? I don't think so, because they're going to have to fight the Sicario on the day of the Soldado. How topical.
In many ways, this film was. This is the sequel to Sicario, which starred Emily Blunt, and Benicio del Toro was a side, lower tier character in that film. So this focuses on him on a mission. It's a man on a mission film. You have your Benicio del Toro, you get your Josh Brolin, you get your Catherine Keener, you get your Matthew Modine, and other people you might recognize. And I like this a lot. I like the original Sicario a lot.
Yeah,
there was a moment in Sicario where I thought it was going to turn into an alien movie, and I was like, oh my God, if they do this, they have the biggest cajones in the business, but they didn't. So this, you don't need to see Sicario to enjoy this film at all.
I think so.
I was talking to a friend about this, and he said he'd never seen it. And I'm like, they explain everything you need to know about Del Toro in one sentence. It's not really connected to the other movie directly in any way, which is cool, smart on their part. And it's a gritty, what would you call it? It's not an action movie. It's a gritty, would you call it a political drama, a crime drama?
Yeah, probably more crime drama.
A little of all that stuff.
Not really a thriller, but I mean, it's thrilling, but
it's very intense, and very dark.
Yes.
I mean, not visually, thank God, but in terms of subject matter and the things these people do and how they go about doing it. And Josh Brolin, you sort of open with this character who's I don't know what you'd call him. He's a fixer or something for the government, and he goes in and he gets things done. He starts wars, he stops wars. Basically, the whole idea here is the government wants to get different drug cartels to fight with each other so that we don't have to take care of them. They'll just take each other out. And they go about doing that by kidnapping or orchestrating the kidnapping of the daughter of a drug baron or whatever in Mexico, and things don't quite work out. And Del Toro was brought in to help with that and help clean things up. And it just goes wrong in many ways. And I was totally with this the whole time. It was, I don't know if edge of your seat is the right word, but there's this sense of unease and dread, which the original Sicario had really well. It's really well shot. Everybody in it is really good. It's for grown-ups. It's brutal at times. The subject matter is grim and probably nothing that would interest a kid anyway. But I really, really like this. I hope they set up that there could be another one of these films. I would be happy to follow this character further along. There's a moment we were talking about during the clip that was borderline completely unbelievable. I guess there's a logical reason why and how a character gets through something, but there's somebody in my audience who was like, what? Come on. And I was kind of there too. I'm like, no, how do they explain this? And then they kind of did. Anyway, I thought it was really good. And you?
I was really looking forward to this. I like the original Sicario a lot, as all of the elements that you discuss and describe are there, and I really enjoyed that. Unfortunately for me, there were too many moments that just seemed designed. I mean, I can't necessarily say unbelievable, because in many respects, well, on two hands, the whole scenario seems unbelievable, but then it also seems believable, so that's kind of strange. But just, I felt like they worked too hard to throw 2 or 3 very noticeable twists in there for the dramatic impact of it. I didn't believe one thing that happened to one of our main characters. In my opinion, they don't explain it at all. Maybe they will in the second, but in the third one rather, if they could do the third one, but I'm left with this sense of, that makes absolutely no sense. Whereas all of the rest of it kind of did. Well, not necessarily all of the rest of it. There's a scene where Brolin is taking the little girl for an exchange, supposedly, and we don't know if it's a real exchange or not, but then just out of the blue something happens. I mean, you know it's going to happen, but it's just kind of out of the blue. Oh, whoops, something happens. And I don't want to say exactly what it is, but there were too many of those instances for me. There were also the original was so unique. And I don't mean to indicate that I didn't like this. I just didn't love it. So Brolin is sent out, as you say, give